Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Another day, another surprise update for Call of Duty. Obviously, just yesterday we got some of the biggest news, honestly, in gaming history, with the whole announcement that Xbox is planning to actually buy Activision, or Microsoft is buying Activision rather. That in and of itself was huge. Today, we got another brand new update, a status report, Call of Duty community update from obviously Call of Duty directly. This is some big news. We've got a seasonal delay. We've got some ideal announcements for future plans, I would say. A lot to go over here as we cover it all. If you enjoyed the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. It would be seriously appreciated. And of course, if you're new to the channel or if you have not already subscribed, each and every day I got you covered with all the latest news, updates, loadouts, tips, everything going on in COD, including all the breaking news. You'll find it right here. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. But let's talk what is going on here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Status report, Call of Duty community update, an ongoing commitment to improving your gameplay experience. Delivering the best gameplay experience possible across COD is our top priority. We are committed to supporting healthy games and a thriving community so that we can all play and have fun together. Healthy, I would say, is the exact opposite of the current state of Warzone, partially Modern Warfare, and also partially Vanguard. So let's get into what exactly they have to say here. Currently, our community is experiencing issues across Vanguard, Warzone, and Modern Warfare. Man, that is an understatement. We feel your frustrations and hear you loud and clear. To date, we've deployed a number of updates, but more needs to be done. For this season, we've decided to reschedule the start of Season 2 across Warzone and Vanguard to February 14th. So let's pause here. That's a big announcement. Season 2 is officially delayed. Now, what does this mean? Well, initially it was supposed to launch on February 2nd, I think is the end date for the Battle Pass countdown timer, or was the end date for the Battle Pass countdown timer in Warzone and Vanguard. So now we're seeing a near 2-week delay in Season 2, which is, I believe, the biggest delay ever for anything we've seen since like Modern Warfare in terms of seasonal content. We've had some other seasonal delays in the past. They were by a couple of days, sometimes a week, but this is actually a pretty significant delay. So they say we will use this additional development time to deliver updates, including optimizations to gameplay, game balancing, including weapon and equipment balancing, to fix game stability and bugs, and to ensure the overall level of polish to improve the experience for players across Vanguard, Warzone, Cold War, and Modern Warfare. So I'm glad this is finally being addressed. Polished gameplay, which is something that we haven't seen in COD upon launch in quite some time. While it is a bummer that we're not going to have Season 2 content right around the corner, we have some videos coming later this week talking about some of the Season 2 leaks, what to expect with the Season 2 weapon tuning. We're still going to be posting that stuff and talking about that, but while that content's not here, at least when it does get here, it's going to be ready, or at least that's what they're saying. So they are building up some expectations with this. I expect Season 2 to launch and it not be incredibly buggy and unoptimized, and there's glitches left, right, and center, and content is actually readily available. It is polished and finished. They are building expectations here, and I'm expecting them to follow through. Upcoming implementations will address several concerns raised by the community and other quality of life improvements. Adjusting the core gameplay loop, mechanics, and balance is a continuing and important focus. Fixes will apply to your platform of choice, 2 gens of consoles and PC, as well as gameplay in general across all 5 systems. So, Vanguard and Warzone Pacific Season 2 delay. The expected launch is now February 14th instead of the 2nd, so yeah, we were right with that. This will allow us to continue balancing and optimizing your gameplay experience, which remains our priority. They also say more communication to come, and this is something that I have been asking for so long now. Going forward, you can expect to hear from us more often regarding Call of Duty's state of play. Studios remain focused on continuously improving your game experience, and we greatly value our community feedback. More frequent and detailed communication updates will be posted here and across Call of Duty's social channels. So a small blog post here with a lot of implications. There's a lot going on in every game that they just listed here, maybe outside of Cold War. Ironically, Cold War, one of the, worst received CODs in quite some time, is currently the only COD game that isn't just plagued with issues, right? You got Warzone, you got Vanguard, you got Modern Warfare, which all got issues galore right now. Then there's Cold War, which is like, yeah, you guys didn't like me in your primary year, but I'm over here working just fine right now, right? So they got a lot of things to work on. And because of that, I do want to take a brief moment to round out this video talking about all these issues and things that we should expect to be updated for the new Season 2 launch. So if we go over to the Warzone Trello board here, we can see all these issues are under investigation, and a lot of these issues fall under what they just described in that blog post. Game optimization, fluidity in game, and it actually being able to feel polished and feel finished. When you look at the dates on here, this issue, the artifacting issue, the demon glitch on console where your guns are all spiky and you can't actually see them, started December 8th. It's been over a month that this issue has been going on, and it's still not fixed. That's something I expect to be fixed with Season 2 if they're taking 2 extra weeks to work on fixing the game. Performance issues on PlayStation. This doesn't just apply to PlayStation anymore, though. Xbox and PlayStation have issues galore. We'll talk more about those as we scroll up the list. Voice chat issues where you can't actually communicate in-game. Sometimes it only works in the menu or only in the loading screen. It won't actually work in the match. Contracts. Disabling the top secret because there's XP issues. Basically, Plunder never gets to reap the rewards of XP bonuses and XP events because you're getting too much XP and they're not liking how much XP players are getting, which is kind of a slap in the face, right? The Gold Flake era. Xbox Live players who aren't subscribed to Gold can't even play Warzone half the time. This ought to be fixed because it started on December 16th. Again, over a month long that players haven't been able to play on Xbox if they don't buy a subscription, which is kind of ridiculous. The buy station freezes, which I believe you can also partially counter by not sliding into them to open them. Just walk up and open them and it might fix it, but that's another issue. Weapon models, literally not rendering in or loading in. Invisible skins, there's multiple of those in the game right now. Xbox performance, if you press the Xbox home button, your game crashes half the time. Clan tags, if you put in certain characters, those cause your game to crash. And the well gun still isn't even tracking in Warzone. These are all pretty major issues, global issues, I should say, affecting PC, affecting console that we've had for weeks on end at this point that I would certainly expect to get fixed by Season 2 at the latest. Ideally, because we see this 2-week delay, we're still going to see our frequent weekly updates. I'd hope that we're still going to see some playlist changes and some communication, as they say. And so hopefully some of these get fixed before the Season 2 update, because that's still now a ways away, just under a month away at this point. But at the latest, there's a lot of issues here that definitely should be fixed by then if they are delaying it specifically to work on the overall stability and performance and optimization of the game. Looking over at the Vanguard side of things, it's a similar story. So many issues are under investigation here. Flame audio results in basically like a jet engine going over the map now, which is really obnoxious and really annoying. Connecting to server issues are still going on. Controller settings are being switched to keyboard and mouse if you're playing on console with a controller sometimes. The attack dogs are not tracking sometimes for the whole Panzerfaust challenge and other launcher challenges and whatnot. The high alert perk sometimes activates and doesn't show you where the player's looking at you from. There we saw issues with the various aim assist issues where if a player is running cold-blooded, they basically don't get aim assist slowdown. So if you're aiming at a player who has cold-blooded, you don't get aim assist on them. That's incredibly broken. Destructible walls not breaking when you run into them. The rune weapon blueprint. I'm surprised there's blueprints that have issues because usually they fix the store stuff pretty quickly. But as you can see, there's just a plethora of issues between Warzone and between Vanguard. And then you also got Modern Warfare over there, which Infinity Ward, I don't know if they're really focused on MW 2019 multiplayer at the moment because obviously they're working on the new COD. I'm not sure if that's Raven's doing because obviously they have control of the Warzone and Modern Warfare app right now with their updates. So I don't know who's really in charge of fixing that, but they've been pretty much radio silent on how they're approaching fixes for MW, and the Trello board for that hasn't been updated. But obviously there's issues with stability there, frames dropping, not even being able to load onto the game because you get an error and a disconnect every time you open the menu. So there is an absurd amount of problems here that hopefully this 2-week delay is actually going to fix. Like I said, delaying this and saying they're going to focus on optimization and performance and whatnot builds a lot of expectations that the Season 2 update is going to be productive and polished. So we're going to have to wait and see as we get any new information on the Season 2 content or anything else going on. You already know I got you covered right here on the channel, so stick it here for that and everything else going on in COD. Make sure you're subscribed with your notifications turned on. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.